difficult. It's difficult, but for me, it's straightforward. Fourth spot is actually gonna be taken. Fourth spot is actually it's difficult to choose, but then it's actually straightforward for me. Fourth spot is gonna be taken by. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and hope you guys are doing good in this pandemic period. Pandemic is actually going through. Omicron has started, showing its face. So we need to be taking care of our health first than anything. Put your health in your first priority. Everything else can wait. Actually, wait. So finally, we are back with a video. The last video was actually Barcelona dropping to the Europa League. So it's been a hell lot of a time after this video that's been coming, and I'm sorry for that. And this is not the first time you're hearing a sorry in this YouTube channel, in this channel of DBN opinions. So we'll actually rectify that, and we hope that we will be putting videos regularly. Not a promise, as early as possible, as consistently as possible. So today's video is all about making top four. May that be scrapping top four, may that be luckily getting top four, may that be deservedly getting top four. Top four is a priority for any club in the Premier League, and may that be West Ham, will that be Manchester United, will that be Arsenal, will that be Tottenham Hotspur, or a surprise package Wolverhampton Wanderers. You don't rule anyone out, because these teams have been fairly inconsistent in current times. Recently, their games they have been so sloppy, they have been so deservedly punished under times. May that be Manchester United against Burnley, Southampton, then a 2-0 lucky victory, or you can say many things you can talk about. Then an Arsenal drawing to Burnley 0-0, and then actually spanking West Ham too. So many things can happen. So we'll be talking about that in brief in the video. Who will be making top four? Who are the contenders who, according to me, will be making top four, will be grabbing that fourth spot? So without wasting any time, let's get this started. So before actually going into those analysis of who are gonna actually make the top four, who are actually the odds of getting into the top four by looking at Sports Bible or whatever Twitter accounts, and comparing it with them. But then before that, it's actually so important to realize that any team in the Premier League is, you can't write them off. And I need to say that because you can actually see many people in Twitter saying that you shouldn't be losing to Brighton. May that be, as a Manchester United fan, that you shouldn't be losing to Brighton, you shouldn't be losing to Southampton, Burnley. It happens because they put up their 100%, and we can be lackluster. There's Ralph Rangnick's system, we know that. 45 minutes of pure pressing and then whole tiresomeness. So everything can happen, anything can happen in a game of football. So don't write anyone off. So let's look at the fixtures of those contenders who have been actually competing for that fourth spot. Top three is actually done and dusted. Maybe I believe that Chelsea won't be so stupid to lose games after that. They can be picking up form. They are in a rough form now, but then we can catch up. Any team that takes that fourth spot or keeps on winning can actually catch Chelsea. It can be possible, but Chelsea can be a step ahead. So it would be third spot for Chelsea. Fourth spot is actually, there's been four contenders. May that be West Ham, Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur, and Wolves, and the last big surprise package. Start with West Ham. They'll be playing Aston Villa, Liverpool, Brighton. So easy run of fixtures, and with the way actually David Moyes' West Ham is actually performing, they can actually pull over a win against Liverpool too. They've shown it. I guess the first fixture, the reverse fixture, Liverpool actually lost to West Ham, so West Ham came out winners. So anything can happen. There can be a grudge, and Liverpool can actually spank them 4-5-0 too. That too could happen because they are in the form of their life. Brighton can be a big test for them, And then Aston Villa, it's a topsy-turvy. You can't actually judge that, but West Ham can go on and come up front runners in those games. So West Ham are actually having a bit of a easy fixtures in the upcoming, this February to March, in the first week of March fixtures, and then they still had to play Chelsea and Arsenal back to back, so that can be challenging for them, for West Ham, because you don't know what Chelsea and Arsenal, especially Arsenal, can do. And then they have to play, not many big games. Everton can be a big handy for them, so they can be actually trying to get that, sneak in to that top fourth spot. So let's talk about Arsenal. The next two games coming up for them are Brentford and Wolverhampton Wanderers. So these two games are actually so critical for them, because the reverse fixture, what happened against Brentford, the opening game of the season, Brentford versus Arsenal, 2-0. So that was a big mega blockbuster that's been happening for Premier League fans who has been watching Premier League for after ages after that Europa League final. So many stuffs have happened after that. Brentford, Thomas Frank has been improving that Brentford side. They are in that top 10 spot, I guess, in the 11th or 12th position. I'm not sure about it. They are doing bits in the Premier League. Arsenal against Wolves is actually going to be a typical fixture which Manchester United and West Ham fans will be actually watching, because whoever is taking points is going to be, one of the turning points of their season, because they both need wins. Actually, they need wins, not a draw. They need win, because Arsenal, after a long stint, would be actually hoping to come into that Champions League spot and actually, play against bigger opposition. How it feels like, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but that game, I'm looking forward to it. Wolves versus Arsenal. So, and then what are the later fixtures that's been coming for Arsenal? They're yet to play Liverpool. They're yet to play Chelsea. They're yet to play the reverse fixture of Manchester United. They're yet to play the North London derby again. So it's gonna be a typical March and April. These 2 months are gonna be typical for an Arsenal fan. And you can't even write other teams off, like teams like Brighton. They need to play Brighton again as well. So their record is absolutely horrendous against Brighton. So you can't expect any, you can't expect a slip up. I kept Manchester United and Spurs at the last, because they are one of those teams who are actually so unpredictable. Manchester United, for example, they have Cristiano Ronaldo, Rafael Varane, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, who has been coming to his life in these recent games against Brighton, against Southampton, many games, and there has been signs that they have those players. They have those players to even get into that third or second spot to overtake Liverpool. They have those players. Should just keep on winning games back to back. Manchester United, Spurs. Antonio Conte is frustrating, is fuming with actual the vision of the club, how the January transfer window was, viewed. According to him, there was many quotes coming up that the club's vision is actually buying young players and building them for the future, not those ready-made players. He was absolutely not happy with that, with those January transfer window. May that be Kulusevski, Bentancur. They have signed those two players and they've been absolutely brilliant. Kulusevski almost scored a goal. Bentancur absolutely fantastic. They have many players, quality players, but then still the luck actually spit them in their faces. That happens. They have a big luck against Leicester too. Burgoyne coming and scoring those lost causes actually put into a win. So those things can happen, and we have seen that in his Champions League, against Manchester City too. So anything can happen, ladies and gentlemen. Anything can happen. And Spurs, you don't write them off. You don't write them. They look like they have been in the bottom of the table, actually in the bottom of those odds to getting that top four spot. But then you never know. You never rule them off. Antonio Conte can do wonders. So finally, it's time to actually jot down who are actually going to be, getting that fourth spot. It's difficult to choose, but then it's actually straightforward for me. Fourth spot is gonna be taken by Arsenal. Yeah, it's going to be Arsenal, because Their run of fixtures has been, one of those fantasizing, or, one of those challenges in the first half of the season till now, the 24, 22, 23 games that they've played. They have been tested. They have been tested by Liverpool. They have been tested by Manchester City. They have been tested by Chelsea. Many stuffs have happened. It's Tottenham Hotspur. They won those games. The next half that's been coming, those reverse fixtures of Liverpool, North London derby, they're gonna manage that. They're gonna survive that. Absolutely, they're gonna survive that. And we have actually seen some stints against West Ham, where they won comfortably 2-0 against Aston Villa. Absolutely brilliant. So Arsenal fans can actually hope that they can get that fourth spot, and I do believe that they can be fighting for that spot as early as possible, or in the later stages. Anything can happen. A little bit of luck, little bit of actual quality from Emil Smith Rowe, Odegaard. They actually haven't had a striker that can actually bite them back, but then they can manage. They can manage. Arsenal will be getting top four. The fifth spot is going to be West Ham. West Ham United. The fifth spot, actually, they should be deserved to be playing in the Europa League, at least a Europa League. They would be trying for a Champions League spot. They can actually get it, but they are inconsistent. As we said, we talked about inconsistencies much more about Manchester United too in the previous videos. Infinite number of times. West Ham are of the same category. There are 50-50. You can actually watch some entertaining games about them against Leicester. They can come up victorious in a big David Moyes style, or they will be losing it like 3-0, 4-0. So anything can happen. So fifth place for West Ham United. So sixth and seventh position would be taken up by Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur. And some would be critical about me, saying that you have been supporting Manchester United, you've been putting them so deep down. I'm being a bit safe here. I'm being a bit on a safer side. They can finish fifth or fourth. That can happen. People will be seeing people will be seeing these stuffs. People would be seeing the squad size. Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, if he hits form, Jadon Sancho, then Cavani would be coming back, till the end of the season. So they would be seeing that and will be saying that Manchester United won't be having those run of results, but they have that quality. They will actually sneak into the top four. But no, they deservedly have to be in that fifth spot, and it depends on luck. As I say, it depends on luck. Manchester City is gonna rip that league, and then it's going to be fifth or sixth. What I actually see. Champions League, if we win that, I know I'm a bit more ambitious, but then if we win that, we could be automatically qualifying. Sixth place is what I don't want them to be finishing sixth place. Absolutely yes, but then inconsistencies. That's what I'm talking about. I just want to say that they're gonna finish sixth, and just I feel sad about it. But then you can't change it. West Ham, Arsenal, more hardworking. Bruno Fernandes. You can talk about Bruno Fernandes, Edinson Cavani, Rashford, Jadon Sancho. They are hardworking too. But then Arsenal, West Ham will actually push them forward and push Manchester United backwards, is what I feel. Sixth place is for Manchester United. Spurs, the traditional number 7. So it's going to be a Conference League again. If they win that Conference League, they'll be put into a Europa League or what? I don't know. They can be. So they can be qualifying for Europa League like that. So it's frustration because Spurs are actually hitting numbers at times, but then they've been pulled down by some individual errors. Many stuff, Hugo Lloris, distribution, everything can happen. As I said, 7th position locked for Spurs. Quality or not, they can be having their season coming up in front. They can finish top 4 too because of Kulusevski and Bentancur on loan. So anything can happen. Don't write anyone off. This is just on paper, just 4 teams, 4 positions. I've just discussed my opinions, my personal opinions. This could be an end result. I want Manchester United do well, absolutely do well. This March fixtures for Manchester United has been, it's going to be, it's going to turn out sad, actually sad. I can see that in front of my eyes because, but then I want, I would be confident. I'll be confident on those matches that we can pull out victories like 2-1, 1-0 or 2-0. Yeah, because we have done that against City. You dare don't say that we will be actually underdogs against City. They will be shitting their pants against Manchester United. They'll be facing Manchester United. Liverpool, it's not again a 5-0 team that you are actually playing. It's a different team. So it's going to be a big binge watch. Mixed emotions, mixed feelings are going to happen. So that's all for today, guys. This is the video I was talking about, and it was necessary. No more delays of actually, I'll be promising a video tonight, promising we will be putting out videos. Just, dress up and actually sit in front of a camera and finally record something and post, because I actually wish to be doing a video quite earlier, a long ago. Circumstances, there's been many issues in my life that's been happening that needs to be sorted out. So we'll be meeting in the next video. Until then, stay home, stay safe. Goodbye.